guys, I'm
Hi.
Vee.
And I'm Kiki.
Welcome to another episode of Bible Tea with Vee and
Kiki. So nice to see you guys. And today we're going to be talking about cancel culture versus grace. And I think the best example of that is the adulterous woman in the Bible that they brought her. Did they bring her to Jesus or
Yes,
Jesus? They brought her to, shows how much I know my Bible. They brought her to Jesus, and Jesus was like, "Well, he who hasn't sinned should cast the first stone." And thinking about that, I mean, we just be like, "Oh, the adulterous woman, she was adulterous, she was this." But if you think about it from the aspect of exposure, for her, it would probably, like, if we're liking it to now, it's probably, you imagine I'm not excusing the adultery, but imagine the worst thing that you've done and is being live streamed on Twitter, on IG, like for the whole world to see, and they are being asked to judge you. That's what it feels like to me. That's what it feels like to me. And that's why I understand it. If you've not seen before, cast the first stone. Because just imagine, I'm sure there are things we've all done, whether born again, whether when born again, whether when not born again. I'm sure there are things that we've done and they're like, it's only me and Jesus that can know this thing. Jesus, I messed up, just forgive me. And imagine it's being brought to the church, and we know the way our
so church people, I don't know. I think it's quite sad.
Yeah.
As Christians, we should actually be the first to give grace, but instead we are the first to judge. Because you can see the person's sin on display, and we forget that the fact the person's sin is different, or your own sin is different too. You lie, but you're saying I'm just lying.
Nobody's finding out.
Who knows? My own lie is not the same thing as your adultery. It's a lie. Before God, sin is sin.
Sin is sin, yeah.
Do you understand? So we have to learn to give grace. Do you get? How do we present to other people? How do we even attract them to the kingdom if you are the first to judge them? So as I said, God does not have dead soldiers, he just has wounded soldiers. I can't remember the exact saying, but in the kingdom, he says the righteous will fall 7 times and they will rise up. So there is grace. That doesn't mean that's
not the absence of consequences.
Yes.
Yeah. There should be consequences.
There's even the scripture that says, "Shall you continue in sin, so grace may abound?" God forbid.
Yeah.
No. But your job is not to judge. Even the scripture says, remove the log in your eye before you remove the speck in your neighbor's eye. So we just need to be able to give grace to each other as Christians. That's what we are called. We're not called to judge. We are not called to judge. Leave the person for God, who is the judge. And if you remember,
continue.
If you remember the adulterous woman, when they brought her to Jesus, thinking that Jesus would say,
will castigate her and all that.
I like Jesus. Not even I love Jesus. Because I was just wondering, like, how would I have handled that situation if I was there? Like, it required a lot of wisdom.
Yeah, to be able to do that. And for me, I think another, on the flip side, is the fact that a lot of Christians have then abused the use of grace. Because yes, we're going to give grace, but that does not mean, for instance, in a church setting, there will not be consequences. Like, okay, we know you've done this. We're not throwing you out to the wolves or anything. But I'm sure each church has their laws and their bylaws and all of that. So there will be consequences. If you were maybe a pastor or a minister, you may have to step down for a while. Because, I mean, to whom much is given, much is expected. So there will be consequences. Let's not misuse grace. That grace means the person messed up. We're not throwing you to the wolves, but that does not erase, what you have done. And especially, as I said, when the person is in a leadership position or something, there are people watching. You have to set a precedent that this is not acceptable behavior. And if you do this, this is the consequence. So the person still needs to, and I want to believe that the person is truly repentant, safe. They will take their, I don't want to use the word punishment, but whatever, they take their consequence, with grace and humility, and then just move on from there. So yeah, that's what it is for me. We give grace, but there'll be consequences also as well.
If you see like a man of God or a Christian, somebody being dragged on social media, just a quick prayer for them. It doesn't hurt.
Because they're human.
Yes.
People mess up.
And we all mess up.
Yeah.
We all mess up. In fact, nobody can see you, doesn't mean you're not messing up. So don't judge.
Yeah.
Alright guys, that'll be all for today. See you on our next episode.
Bye.